2 of Dakar 2019 started in Arequipa, Peru's second city. A dynamic metropolis of nearly 1 million inhabitants, the country's former capital boasts a diverse range of attractions and architectural styles. The Cathedral of Arequipa is located in the Plaza de Armas, and the historic centre of Arequipa is a World Heritage Site, plenty to occupy the competitors on their rest day. Well, a rest day for some, but not for others in the Arequipa bivouac. No let-up for the mechanics charged with repairing and cleaning the machines that suffered in the fesh on stage 5. These are truly the unsung heroes of Dakar 2019. With over 800 kilometres to cover, stage 6 is one of the longest days of Dakar 2019. The bikes even left Arequipa late last night to cut the amount of liaison section today. They have over 300 kilometres of special to cover across 2 sections, with some very tricky navigation on the menu. Yamaha's Xavier de Sultre slightly held up at the start by a problem with his Iratrack system. That allows the organisers to keep tabs on all of the competitors throughout every stage. A tough start in prospect with a spin through the Tanaka dunes. Sam Sunderland was always going to lose time opening the piste. He described winning stage 5 as a tactical disaster. Things got even worse as he suffered rear brake damage. The 2017 winner losing at 23 minutes. A better day for his KTM teammate Toby Price, who moved up to 3rd overall despite his injured wrist. Ricky Brabec losing the rally lead despite a fairly solid ride, the American around 7.5 minutes off the pace. No doubt about the day's big winner though, Pablo Quintanilla, who took the stage victory and moved back into the overall lead. Sebastian Loeb's event came to an end in the Tanaka dunes last year. This year he banished a few demons by claiming victory on stage 6. I was a bit worried about it because of our misadventures here last year, but we got through it, so all good. Martin Prokop is the leading Ford entrant. He was aiming to at least match his 7th place finish from last year. Spearheading the Peruvian challenge is Nicolas Fuchs, 16th overall, entering stage 6. Harry Hunt was on course to beat his 10th place finish from his only Dakar appearance to date in 2016, until this happened. Nani Roma more than 13 minutes back from Loeb, who overtook the Spaniard in the overall standings. Roma going out of the top 3. Stefan Peter Hansel dropped time in the dunes, and he even lost his 2nd place overall to Loeb. Nasser Al-Attiyah extended his overall lead, finishing just over 2 minutes back from Loeb on the stage. Loeb up 3 places to 2nd overall, but still nearly 38 minutes back from the leader Al-Attiyah. Meanwhile, a shocker for Jakub Przonski, 4th at the halfway point of the Dakar. The pole was full of hope, but on stage 6 the gearbox of the 303 let the 33-year-old down. He lost almost an hour and a half and dropped 2 places in the standings to 6th.
Check on your box, there is a fuel pump fuse. EFI.
Yeah, that's how I just changed that.
And it's good?
Yeah, Excuse-moi Johnny. Putain, désolé. Wow. Vache. Ah, je fais 1 centimètre de moins, c'est sûr.
The stage is set to get progressively more difficult over the next 3 days. Today on stage 7, the riders tackle another long sandy special of 323 kilometres around San Juan de Marcona. Lots of tricky navigation to come in the dunes. Toby Price, the reigning FAM Cross Country Rallies World Champion, the 4th man to get underway on stage 7. The Aussie continuing to battle through the pain of that wrist injury, remaining 3rd overall. The junior world champion Mathieu Yemza on course to better the 24th place that he achieved on his Dakar debut last year. On to Junior Argentina, among the toughest dunes of Dakar 2019. Pablo Quintanilla and Kevin Benavides both losing time as they open the piste. The Chilean surrendering his overall lead back to Brabec as he slipped to 5th overall. Benavides 6 minutes further back in 6th. Brabec putting the hammer down to finish 3rd on the day. The American going almost 8 minutes clear of Adrian van Beveren at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, no stopping Sam Sunderland, a man on a mission after his problems on stage 6. The Englishman winning his 2nd stage of this Dakar and 7th overall to go back up to 4th in the standings.
Yeah, I'm tired and it's a lot of long hours, but it's the toughest way to do, but for me it was always the way I was going to do Dakar.
Stuart Gregory is one of 30 riders registered in the original by Motul class, the real heroes of the Dakar, with no assistance whatsoever.
The guys always come to you, ask you questions, I go to other guys, ask them questions, so yeah, we share tools, everyone works together. They are the brothers and sisters for the race that help each other. You sleep on the floor when you fix your bikes, because in my opinion that's the spirit of the Dakar, and that's how it should be raced. Pure party.
The break of day, the sun spray, the fight today is on its way. The quiet dawn, we float.
You try to hold yourself back a little bit, not take any chances. I think it's a different race from everyone else. You have to race for yourself and conserve your body.
The black water. The black
Come to Dakar! I said it would be fun. Woo! If you go too fast at the beginning, you get tired at the end. And then I would say the last hour of riding, I start to think what I need to do that night. So I think I must change oil tonight, I must change tyres. So when I come in, I already have a plan in my head exactly what I must do on my bike and get to it straight away.
The black water.
Yeah, I think I'm nuts. I think we're all a little bit nuts here in the original class. The champagne will be sweeter at the end, and standing on the podium with a finish in the original class will be the biggest achievement in my life.
Won the 2 previous stages to rise to 2nd in the standings, Sebastian Loeb opened the piste again. But early in the stage he succumbed to electrical problems. He was the fastest driver out there in the closing stages as he lost 16.5 minutes to Nasser El Attiyah, dropping to 4th overall. In firm command, Alatia was another to discover that this was an incredibly testing stage, and this from a dune specialist. He dropped 12 minutes to Stefan Petterhansel. A second place on the stage for Nanni Roma, just over 4.5 minutes adrift of Petterhansel. He moved back up to third overall. Petterhansel managed his second stage win following that obtained on stage 3. The gap between him and Alatia down to under half an hour, though he did damage the bonnet and his neck early in the stage.
You right? No. You right?
Pas trop de compression. Jump. Sur jump. Jump. Sur crête qui ouvre en 4. Sur gaucher plus.
Stage 8 is one of the toughest outings of this Dakar, with 361 kilometres between San Juan de Marcona and Pisco. It's the Superica stage. The first 25 vehicles to set off will be a mixture of bikes, cars and trucks. So a potentially decisive day in all categories. And disaster, as it so often does on the Dakar, was set to strike for Honda. The Japanese giants have been chasing victory in the bikes for 30 years, while Ricky Brabec had hopes of becoming the first American winner of the Dakar. His dreams dashed by engine failure at kilometre 56.
Perfect dirt, look at this, wet dirt. Perfect conditions to ride all day in. Unfortunately, I only made it 57 kilometers. Last year, third day to the end, 52 kilometers in the stage. Same problem. Here we go. Yes, that's completely unbelievable. The rally was perfect for me. Wow. Until today. I just lost power to the bike and I don't know. I have no words. Dakar bites again.